Yiddish, there's a phrase that we say geschenkte Jahren, right? Years that are given as a gift. So usually people feel that way. If God helps us, we get past the age of 70. So 70 is, after 70, it's every year is a gift, right? Because the average lifespan of a person, if a person is privileged to get beyond that, so then that's free years, given gift. But the truth of the matter is that all of life is free, all of life is given. And therefore, I think I mentioned to you the famous story about Yosef Chaim zonnenfeld, who was the Rav in Yerushalayim in the 1920s. So he was born in what later became Czechoslovakia. So when the Czechoslovakian president Masaryk came to visit Palestine in the middle 1920s, and Masaryk was one of the great and kind non-Jews in the world, a great man. He came to visit Eretz Yisrael, so he wanted the Yosef Chaim zonnenfeld went to greet him because he was the president of Czechoslovakia, and he was born in Czechoslovakia, so he wanted to show honor to him, so he came to visit him. Yosef Chaim zonnenfeld then was a person very advanced in age, and he was a very tall and impressive patriarchal figure. So Masaryk saw him, so he said to him, he said, I hope you won't mind if I ask. He said, Herr Rabbiner, but how old are you? So Yosef Chaim said, I don't know. So he said, well, what do you mean you don't know? Aren't there records in your town when you were born? He said, I'll try. I'll look it up. I will try and find out how old you are. He said, no. He said, you don't understand, he said. If you have a business and you charge money for a product, so somebody comes in to buy the products and he hands you a handful of money, so you count the money before you give him the product. You're not embarrassed to count the money in front of him. You count whether or not he gave you the right amount of money, and then you put it in the cash register and then you give it to him. However, he said, if somebody comes and gives you a gift, and he gives you a gift, he gives you a handful of money, so it's not polite, it's not courtesy to count the money in front of the person who's giving you the gift. Because it's a gift. Gift you don't count. You know, the bar mitzvah boy sneaking on a look to see what's in the envelope, right? But when you get past that, it's not nice. You just don't do that. So he says, all my life, all my years from life are a gift. God has given me a gift. He said, so I don't know how old I am. He said, I've never counted. It's not nice to count in front of the one who gives the gift. So David HaMelech felt all of his life, all 70 years was a gift. But he also felt himself, therefore, especially susceptible to the midas hadin, to the fact that in judgment he had no leg to stand on, because in judgment he has no right to exist, period. So therefore he felt very nervous that the Sefer Torah should come by him. That the Ark should come by him, the Luchas Labris should come by him. He wasn't willing for that to happen. And therefore he diverted it. David